that brings us right back to where I started. And like I said, it's Taylor Swift. But hang tight. This could be a chance to air your grievances or just say, okay, whatever. What do you want from me? Stats came out from the last game, their division playoff against the Bills. And according to the stats, Spot over here told me that Taylor Swift had 24 seconds of camera time throughout the game.
Okay.
Total.
It's fair.
Okay. But when you put it in perspective of actual players that were scoring touchdowns, Travis Kelce had only 21 seconds of camera time.
No, Jason Kelce.
No, Jason Kelce.
I'm sorry. Jason Kelce had 21 seconds of camera time.
Does that ruin your
It
theory?
doesn't ruin my point because my point was going to be it's not a big deal. I get all that. But there's actual players on the team that play every game and practice with the team that are part of it that don't even get that kind of camera time. So I can see when you look at it from that perspective, it's a little much. When you get those stats, when you put it in that perspective of 24 seconds versus, some players don't get any camera time.
You watch a football game.
You don't think that's a little weak?
3.5 hours.
You don't think that's a little much?
I think you watch a game 3.5 hours.
Average NFL broadcast length, 3 hours and 12 minutes.
Yeah, so you watch a game for roughly 3.5 hours, and really, if you're a Chiefs fan, you're going to get plenty of Mahomes, plenty of Kelce, plenty of Pacheco and Rice and Chris Jones, and all the stars get their FaceTime.
Dude,
I don't see how anyone could argue.
Jason Kelce had to strip down
24 seconds
in cold weather and growl at the top of his lungs with a little baby bottle of Labatt's Blue in his hand.
Was that a real size can? Is he that big?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a full can.
You ever see that picture of Andre the Giant holding a beer can back in the day?
Yes. He had to go full out, half naked to get 21 seconds of airtime versus Taylor Swift's 24. I want to make it very clear. I'm not one of those grumpy, grouchy old dudes that's saying, hey, I came here for football, not Taylor Swift. That's not my point. I have no personal issue with Taylor Swift. I think she's great. I think she's lovely. And I'm happy for their relationship. But you can't see how that's a little overboard?
No.
Even they said it was overboard at one point.
No.
24 seconds? Think of how much they showed Jason Kelce this past weekend.
But dude,
that dude only got 21 seconds.
What do you want me to say other than I think this is proof in the pudding?
I think it's overkill. It's oversaturation.
And by the way,
you're going to take a nice story and you're going to make everyone mad at it.
Dude, I would love me some pudding. But this is the proof in the pudding. This is the proof in the Jell-O pudding pops. I miss those.
Too much of anything, even good things, is no good.
But Covino, when you think about 3.5 hours of watching a football game, 24 seconds, that's what you're bitching about, everybody? All the people that are like, too much Taylor Swift. Those guys are mad at 20 seconds. Give me a break.
But again, imagine being on the team and not being shown for 1 second. This is a pop star. She's a girlfriend of a popular player.
But I don't get how people have a problem with this, and I never will. So
I don't have a problem with it, but it does go to show you that it's overkill. And what happens when things are oversaturated, it gets played out too fast. You take a good thing and you ruin it. And I'll take it back to our favorite examples.
Who do you rather?
Limp Bizkit, Creed, Nickelback, all these bands that were great, that got all this unnecessary hate. They get that unnecessary hate because of oversaturation. That's really it. Well, Creed had a bit of an ego problem, bit of an egomaniac he was accused of being. But still, my point is, too much of anything is no good. So again, the stats are in. Taylor Swift, 24 seconds of camera time. Jason Kelce, 21 seconds of camera time. It's a playoff game.
And those
are the official numbers of what people have a problem about.
You know what? If you're telling me, you know what it's like? You ever see that stat where it says if you had $365 and someone stole $4 from you, would you be that mad?
So you're saying I still have $361?
Yeah. That means that would be 4 bad days a year.
Would I sign up for that?
I'm saying, when you think about perspective, I saw something the other day. Ariana Grande. You know how Ariana Grande. I butchered that analogy, by the way. No, I know there's a real one. It's like, hey, if someone stole this money.
Did you give me the George Bush version of that
Fool
analogy?
me once, shame on you. Can't get fooled again.
You won't have any bad days.
I'll give you another one.
You only have 4.
And then,
what would you do?
That's not so bad, ain't it? What the hell is Rich saying? I thought I was going to get away with it. Damn it! I thought I was going to get away with it.
No, because at least it's funny now.
But all right, look at it.
That was like Joe Biden.
God, you're such an a-hole.
Biden moment.
I did have a Biden moment.
You have $365 right there. I thought you were off because that's 365 days a year.
I know.
Right? You have $365. Take away 4. Okay, so you got 361. But that means you only have 4 bad days.
It's like if there was $1 a day.
It's perspective. You see what I'm trying to say? Nope, not at all.
Check your wallet.
Let me give you that.
But you still got 361.
Let me give you another one.
Okay.
This again, pardon the cheesy example, but it's a good one.
Good, I'm following.
It's a cheesy example, but a good one. Ariana Grande.
Right.
She got divorced, and her dude got divorced with a newborn. That goofy looking dude.
Yeah, that SpongeBob guy.
That they're in the Wicked movie together.
Yeah.
Because of that, and the song about it that she just released, I saw something that said she lost 400,000 Instagram followers, and I go, "Oh, damn!"
Wow.
And then I realized she has 380 million Instagram followers.
Can we take a few of them?
She's just fine. What I'm saying is, if you're watching a 3.5-hour football game, 24 seconds of Taylor Swift is going to make your angry old middle-aged guy ass mad. Hey, Taylor Swift. Give me a break. What do you rather? Some random gross-looking fan in the stands? Pants some fat guy with his shirt off?
At least she's attractive. It's a fun story. Like I said, I'm not the guy that gets angry about it.
What do you rather see, a guy in a beer helmet? Do you rather more close-ups of Blaine Gabbert on the sideline, or maybe other backups like, I don't know, Clyde Edwards-Helaire? Do you want 10 seconds of him?
Spot, does it say how many times they actually went to her to achieve those 24 seconds of camera time?
I'll tell you what. I have
Does
people
that make
over...
you... Basically what we're asking is, when you hear the actual number,
5
right?
times.
I think
5
it's less.
times.
I thought you were going to tell me it was
5
minutes.
times.
I think you were going to say it's minutes. Come on. Listen, I'll tell you this.
When you hear the actual number, does it make you think, yeah, and that's why some people are like, enough of this already? Or when you hear it, does it make you think,
No.
yeah, that's not as bad as I thought, or people are making it out to be?
It makes me think that. It makes me think.
But you're also a fan,
No, but
dude.
I'm
You're
not
like
a-
an exception.
No, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. I think it's a likable story, and I think grumpy people that don't have love in their life hate this.
Okay, but if it was you, would you want that much attention being drawn to it that often all the time?
By the way, Taylor Swift is not asking for this.
Nothing against
Travis
her.
Kelce not asking for this.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is, I've watched these games all in mixed company. People over the house, football parties, my wife's friends, my friends, kids, everyone. When Taylor Swift on, everyone's like, oh, there's Taylor Swift. 20 seconds of a 3 hour. You watched 6 hours of back-to-back football games last weekend, and you're telling me after 6 hours of back-to-back football games, you're mad about 24 seconds. You are a loser if that's the case.
Even if you are a fan, you could say that it's kind of weird how the NFL's really leaning into it. I get it, ratings are everything, but they're sort of taking advantage of the popularity by going to her that often during a game.
They did show her for the wild card weekend 1 minute and 16 seconds.
See, now
a bit much.
That's a bit.
a lot.
That
That's a
is significantly more. In
so,
fact,
so they probably lessened it, but just went to her more times, quicker cuts.
Like,
Believe me, dude, don't
That's like if you
stop
had-
because this is all calculated. This is all part of the strategery.
that would be like if you had $365
Spot.
and you took away
Are you on the right track here?
10 days.
Dude, you know the NFL, and I'm not getting into conspiracy talk or why there's certain referees in the game, but you don't think the NFL is rooting that the Chiefs make it to the Super Bowl, not only because they're the superstar team, but because of this story, because the ratings would be even more through the roof?
Answer this question.
Absolutely. So don't think that they don't know what they're doing.
Answer
and it's
my
just
question.
coincidence.
All right, Mike hit us up in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And he said, Pacheco scored last week, and instead of showing his family, they panned to the suite with Taylor and Jason Kelce.
You don't think that's a little eye-rolly?
No offense. Do you want to see Pacheco's family?
Yeah,
gonna-
I think
I'm gonna
you
look
hold
up
on.
what they look
I
like.
think when you score a touchdown
You
and
wanna
it's a
see-
big
you
moment,
wanna see
no,
Pacheco's
I think he
family?
deserved it. Do you see the difference? That's why you're jaded, because you're a Swiftie at heart. You're a pop radio princess. You built your career in pop radio, and you do a stellar job at it. But your perspective's off.
No.
You think that's how life should be. This guy worked his whole life off with the support of his family.
Hey, Danny G, you
to
want to
score
see
a touchdown?
You
in this
want
moment.
to
They
see
saw Taylor Swift?
They scored. The Chiefs scored a touchdown. Do you want to see Jason Kelsey and Taylor Swift, or do you want to see B-roll of Pacheco's stinky uncle?
Depends if his uncle's wearing a shirt or not.
Dude,
See?
the answer's
I mean-
simple. You could position it with a stinky uncle you want. That's his family. Those are the ones whose heart's on the line, who's really celebrating his moment. That's his moment that you gave to Taylor Swift. That's not right. That's not right.
When he cried
These
about
are these are life-changing, impactful moments, dude, that you just gave to Taylor Swift.
If you have
that doesn't even make sense.
If you have $365,
you know what?
and
I understand. I'm with Rich. 24 seconds doesn't seem like that much, but they went to her 5 times.
Again.
What are your thoughts, guys? What are your
There
thoughts?
should be some sort of like fair use, or what is it, fair play that they use for candidates. Like everybody's family should get
But
fair
I wanna-
airplay.
I want to break it down because I feel like
Everybody's family.
I feel like on this network, no one makes as much sense as I do.
I mean, I know you think that.
I genuinely feel that way. Like yesterday, I was saying, by rooting against my team openly, you're rooting against my happiness. So if you're going to root against me, do it privately.
Mm-hmm.
I feel the same way about this conversation. If you're watching a 3.5-hour football game, if you are butthurt that they're showing the biggest pop star and celebrity couple for 20 seconds.
24
I mean, 20 seconds. I know 24 seconds might sound like a lot for you. For me, 24 seconds. That's come on. 24 seconds?
And certainly a lot for your wife.
I want to
24
know
seconds?
what you guys think. Too much? Does it have anything to do with the game? The NFL really just capitalizing on the moment, and I understand that. It's a business, but it does become overkill. And
what do
I
you
don't
rather-
want this
answer
conversation to
this.
become overkill, so
All right, I'll give
I'm
you-
ready to move on and leave it up to the Fox Sports Radio Nation. I told you, I'm not mad at it, but I could see how people are sick of it a little bit. And that's not what Kelsey or Taylor want.
In sports, Covino, a lot of times you hear the same narrative, right? A coach stinks or a quarterback is not delivering. And what do they say? What do they always say? Well, get rid of him. And then what's the reasonable answer? All right, well, if you're going to get rid of him,
Who do you replace him with?
who do you, like, Buck Showalter, get rid of him for the Mets. Well, who do you replace him with? Hey, they should
Willie
get,
Randolph.
They should get rid of this coach or this player. Well, then replace them with who? If you have a really good, reasonable answer, I'm all ears. But if you're telling
I
me,
got a pretty good reasonable answer.
but if you're telling me,
If Pacheco scores a touchdown, you don't need to go to Taylor Swift. You go to his mama, who's all happy about the moment. You go to his family. That makes perfect sense to me.
is that what they do for every touchdown? No, they don't go to people's families. A lot
Go
of
to-
times they just go to B-roll of
How
dumb
about-
fans in the stands.
What's wrong with dumb fans in the stand?
Who do you rather see, Taylor Swift or a dumb fan?
I think that means
Honestly,
so
answer the
much
question.
more to the dumb fan who's now part of that moment and part of the history than Taylor Swift, who doesn't even want to be part of that moment. I agree. She's doing nothing wrong.
Look at our Instagram page. To show that somehow it just translates, every video that we do involving a Kelsey or a Swift, and we're not leaning in that direction. These
By the
are
way,
just
that's
the
not why we
storylines.
do it. These are the storylines, and we're just breaking it down, calling it as we see
But
it.
I'm just saying, if you're saying people are uninterested, then how come there's hundreds of thousands of more views on clips that involve
Because
this story?
It's teenage girls that
You think teenage
idolize
girls are
Taylor
you think
Swift.
teenage
Yes.
girls are looking at our
It's called
Instagram?
hashtags and how algorithms work.
You think teenage girls are watching Fox Sports radio clips?
Yeah, I do. That's why all these sweatshirts are selling that say, I'm rooting for Taylor Swift's
You
boyfriend.
keep saying teenagers when her fan base is like 20 and 30-year-old women.
It's young women. They're casual fans. So who are you trying to appeal to? The casual fan or the actual fan?
Just because you force your daughter to watch them doesn't mean that all other teenagers watch them.
It's a balance, man. It's a balance.
Yeah,
I don't think they're playing that balance. I think they're going overboard.
All right.
Who do you think's watching those Taylor Swift clips? Her fans. Not football fans.
Not teenagers.
20-somethings. Doesn't matter.
Is that
There's
a
a
big-
lot of
that's a big
teenagers like
difference?
Taylor Swift. I don't know if you were privy to that, but they do. Why are you dismissing the fact that teenagers do listen to that music? They absolutely do.
Man, I really hope they show Rice's family after he scores a touchdown this weekend.
Wouldn't that make more sense, Rich? How could you say it doesn't? How could you say it doesn't?
What do you want to see?
Me personally?
Yeah.
The family. Personally. That's the truth.
For real.
And I have no problems with Taylor Swift.
Spot, what would you rather see?
Because that actually sparks real emotion to me.
Chiefs
if I see someone cheering their family member on, that's why we love the Jason Kelce moment, because that's his brother.
If the Chiefs score a touchdown, do you want to see Taylor Swift, Brittany Mahomes, Jason Kelce, and all those people, or do you want to just see a random Chiefs fan with a beer helmet? What do you want the B-roll to be? Answer that question, for real.
Why not both?
No, but like if I said one or the other spot.
Why does he have it? Look how you position us. The wonderful, multi-platinum, beautiful Taylor Swift, or the doofus with a beer helmet? Why can't it be just the excited fan who's really pumped to be part of that moment? Why does he have to be an idiot with face paint and a beer helmet on?
Well, maybe I'm the only right one in the room. Danny G,
or
what
maybe,
would you rather
honestly, you're
see?
alone on this.
Danny, you rather see Mahomes' wife, Jason Kelce, and Taylor Swift in the booth, or do you rather see a fan in the stands?
I honestly only want to see her reaction when Travis Kelce scores.
Makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, and he scored 2 touchdowns. That's 2. Maybe they show her one other time. Hey, Taylor Swift's in the building. That's fair.
Okay.
I think you're going to ruin a good thing, and that's been the storyline, but now stats are coming out. So that's the update here on the Covino and Rich Show.
There you have it. Enjoy your AFC Championship game. You don't want to see Taylor Swift? Keep Travis Kelce out of the end zone. Shut him down. And you know what will happen?
Shut him down now.
If the Chiefs get stomped, people are going to be waiting for sad Taylor Swift.
I mean, yeah, no one.
And
wants
you're not
to
going to want to see that?
Yeah, no, I'm not rooting against her.
So now flip it.
I like Taylor Swift,
Flip it.
dude.
Yo, Dan Byer, if the Ravens put a whooping on the Chiefs, you don't think people are going to be interested to see a sad Taylor Swift?
Oh, 100%. They will, for sure.
Absolutely.
I think people would sign up to see any Taylor Swift.
So why would you leave? Anyway, whatever. I guess I'm pop princess boy.
Yeah, I guess you are. I'm glad you admit it.